So with the potential for rain, so it doesn't look, it's not raining now, but the potential rain is, like I said, 40%. So what could happen is that while this track is dry right now, they may do their quality runs up to the front. Normally we do that at the end of the session. They might do this at the beginning of the session. It is 22 degrees Celsius, 71 degrees Fahrenheit, cloudy. Track temperature is 35, 95 degrees Fahrenheit, which is moderate. The humidity is 62% right now, and the wind right now looks like it's from 5.4 kilometers per hour to the west. Adults, oh my God, an hour to connect you to the internet again. That's pain. Got about a minute to go before we go green flag running. Penalties. If those who are watching the stream, watching this weekend, Alpine's going to be in red. So both they've got a livery that is basically uh, Ryan Reynolds is a investor in Alpine now, and so the Alpine livery this weekend is in honor of the Wolverine and Deadpool film that just came out. Each of the drivers has a helmet. One has a Wolverine helmet. The other one has a Deadpool helmet. It's actually a pretty good looking livery. It's a darker, it's a darker red than I would say the Ferrari has now. There's three slices of like like a Wolverine claw going through. It looks cool. It's different. It's better than the purple that they've done with the BWT. See, had someone come out on track yet? There we go. We've got our first car onto track. This angle. I know one of the Red Bulls is coming out. One of the Stake is coming out. I can see. I couldn't see who was the first. See, Don Pierce is not happy. Wants to see team colors. Sponsor can have a sticker on the car or black leather. So that would be better. Anyways, Izakon car's fixed. No clue. So Gasly was the first one out. Verstappen, Zhou, and Ricardo, the first ones out on track. It's going to be a few minutes as they come out. Again, Max was top of the board, half a second faster in FP1. We will see if he stays that way in FP2. I'm seeing people calling, let's go Max. Yeah, from Julio Serrano. People are cheering on for Checo. This is going to be a critical weekend for Checo to perform. People rooting on for Ricardo. The Lewis fan in chat. You guys have Solos D, and I think that is Chile. Am I correct, Carlos? Jessel is likes Alonso. Not sure who was being talked to on the radio, but basically all the cars basically mentioned that all the cars are on medium. The only one, Norris is on a soft compound, Hulkenberg is on a hard compound, but everyone else is pretty much on the medium right now. Joe's on hard compound, so they say that as well. We're still doing outlaps. I think Gasly is our first. The map is not correct. So Oscar. Okay, Oscar was getting a pit lane start. He's now coming out on track. So the only three left is Sergeant Leclerc, Magnussen. So Ockling's car was fixed. He's out on track. Where is he? He's in a pack of like. I think he's ahead of Perez. No, Perez is ahead of him. They now start doing some of the first flying laps. Is it a max penalty? Yes. Penalty in terms of he took a new internal unit, and that pushed him to 5, which is beyond the he's beyond the 4 that are allowed in the season. So there's a 10 grid penalty for Max. So Gasly is going to be the first one to finish his lap. Max will be second, and then Oscar will be third, and Ricardo fourth. So these are the first 4 that we're going to take a look at. Gasly's coming to the line, but he looks like he's got to pass Norris by the chicane. So he's going to set the first time 144.549. Fastest first sector, fastest third sector, but Max has got the fastest third sector. Max is coming to the end of his lap right now. He's got some fastest sector right now. He's probably going to go P1. Sargent just came out. Yes, he does go P1. So he does a 143.456. So Max out there setting the line in the sand automatically. Sargent is on track now, leaving Leclerc and Magnussen in the pits. Ricardo sets his time P3 144.985, second and a half off. Perez 0.6 off P2. Zhou set up time those 3 seconds off. Arcon sets time that's 2.3 seconds off. Albon is 3.95 off of Max's time. Science is just over a second. P4. Bottas P6 1.2. Alonso's going to be next. He's going to be P7. Tsunoda is going to be next after that, and then and Hamilton. So Tsunoda didn't finish his lap. He went into the pits. Hamilton's going to go P2.678 off of Max's time. Here comes Hulkenberg. Does P10. Stroll is next, followed by Russell and then Norris. Stroll is going to be a P4.89. Russell going to set a P4 1.74 off of that. And then Norris is the last one on this flying lap group. He's going to go P2 0.115 off of Verstappen's time. So 143.571 versus the 456 that Max did. Oscar's on a flying lap at the moment. He's improved in his all times. He's got some subsectors in Sector 2. Green across the board otherwise. He's hitting the chicane now. Gasly is next, and then it will be Sargent in terms of setting time. Oscar's going to go 0.376 off of a max time, so the 143.832. So we got Gasly and Sargent next to cross the line on their laps. And then we'll have Magnussen. Tsunoda's coming back out of the pit. And those were Okay, so Sargent was on an out lap, so now this is flying lap. Gasly went P10. The lap was 144.594. Magnussen is on a lap. Verstappen just did a flying lap. Ricardo did not improve at all. Leclerc is on an out lap. So these are people who are crossing the line at the moment, going through the final chicane into there. So it's going to be about a minute or so before people start doing a new flying lap. Ricardo looks like he's going to be the first one on a new flying lap. He's fastest in the first sector, getting a good jump. Leclerc on a new flying lap. Zhou, I believe, is on a new flying lap. And Verstappen on a new flying lap. Perez in the pits. No, wait a second. Looks like Verstappen pitted. He's gone to a medium tire, so he's now on an out lap. So this is Leclerc. He's the only one right now. Magnussen and Leclerc, and I believe Tsunoda. The only three have not set a time yet in the session. So you guys are not getting the penalties correct. Like basically, the penalties take place after qualifying. So let's say Max takes the pole. He goes P1 and gets the Q3. Is P1 in after Q3. He will be listed as being the pole sitter, as having earned the pole, and then the penalties will kick into place. Andrew Jones, did any reserve drivers drive an F1? No, we didn't get any reserve drivers. So if Max gets P1 at the end of qualifying, he will start P11 on the grid. TG, thank you. You're one of the new chatters as well. Stroll having Senna-like performance all year. Ooh, that's an interesting comment. So Clerk went P4 ultimately with a 0.582 gap to Verstappen's lap. The McLarens have gone into the pits. Perez is still in the pits. Gasly's leaving the pits now. Sainz just went P3. He's 0.3, a third of a second off of Max. Did a 143.788. So we're seeing the 133s come out. P1, P2, P4 in the 133s. Leclerc just misses by under a tenth. Hamilton by 2/10. So is Perez and Russell. Albon is a quarter off of the 133s. Stroll is a third. Crowder's a fourth of that. And Gasly and Ocon a 0.6 and almost 2/3 of a second off of that, getting into the 143s. We are P1 through P15 is 1.4 of a gap. And then through so Tsunoda is the last one to set a time. He's going to go 18 through the 2.1 gap. 2-second gap between P1 and P17, and then P1 to P20 is a 2.6 gap. So again, you guys wanted things bounced up. Russell just moved to P3, 2.8 gap to Verstappen's time. Oh, wait, Makey, why does Max Yuki give a fine of $500? That makes no sense. Their penalties are not behavior related; they are parts related. Too much traffic in the second sector. That's kind of moved into third sector now. don't remember anyone do a pit lane speeding. Let me take a look at the documents. Come on. Oh, okay. Um, this is odd. So the car 1, car 3, car 11. They've recalled. So the FI posted 4 documents related to pit lane speeding, um, but recalled them. So 2 for car 3, 1 for car 11. So Perez, Ricardo, and Perez, and twice for Ricardo. That's weird. I've never seen the FI recall documents in that way. Very weird. So we're on document 18 and 19 now. Looking at infringement for car 22, which is Yuki Tsunoda. Following units abuse, fifth. Yeah, this is basically Yuki documents. Um, I think did I say the energy store? That's new. So again, internal unit, turbocharger, the motor unit generate heat and kinetic, the energy store, and the control electronics. This will require him to start from the back of the starting grid. That's a good question. I am getting a little bit of lag. Let's see, back to there we go. Take a look at the board right now. Sonoda right now is on a flying lap. So as we go with 15 minutes already past the section, again, 45 minutes left to go. Chapman is top of the board with Norris, Russell, Sainz, Oscar within a second. So P1, P5 is point within half a second. Max in 143.339. Norris is 0.23 off. Russell is 3.9 off. Sainz is 4.5 off. Oscar is 4.9 off. Perez just moved to the P6 with a 6.48 gap to his teammate. That's a good place. Perez being only 0.6 off. That's actually not that bad. We can get more improvements. That'd be great. But in right now in FP2, with if he's only just a 6.6 off, six. That's a good place to be. Not sure, guys. Everyone, try reloading your stream. Uh, Yeah, so I know that there's some lag at the moment. Reload your stream. You should be better once you reload the stream. Again, we're about 18 minutes into the session right now, and this is Grash with you, bringing you action that's on track at the moment. We've got a good number of cars in the pits, basically resetting. Looks like they're resetting for another run. So we saw Max go out six on mediums, fives, Russell and Sainz on mediums, four. Well, Leclerc's still on track. Hello, everyone. Can you guys hear me? Here we go. So the stream has just gotten back up. So apologies for everyone. Can you guys hear me at this point? We all good at this point? We're all back? Radio check? Radio check, everyone? You guys hear me? Someone say you can hear Crash? Looking at right now. We can hear you guys. But okay, check 1, 2. All right, cool. Again, right now we're in a scenario where Verstappen's at the top of the board. Sainz just went P1. Sainz just did. He is a quarter of a second faster than Verstappen. He did 133.098. Could we see a 132 during this session? Ooh, Sainz. So this is. Max has just come back out. He's on a new on soft tires, so he's on an outlap right now. Norris just pitted. Russell is on a cool down lap. Hamilton has pitted. Oscar's on a new flying lap at the moment. He's got a few sections that are faster. So it's green and purple. That's what you want to see at the moment. Again, we are back right now. Apologies for the technical difficulties. Again, you're listening to the Racing 62 channel. This is Grash. We're doing the action for FP2. You guys didn't miss much while we were gone. Again, the Oscar's got the fastest second sector. He's the fastest first sector. He's going to have the fastest second sector as well. The one big change on the board has been Sainz has gone to P1. Max is a core second behind right now, but he's on his outlap. He's within a few seconds from passing. He's like 3 corners away from the end of this lap before he starts his flying lap. Here he comes to the chicane on the map. And so Max is now starting his flying lap. So Nota's coming out on an outlap now. Oscar's almost finished. Now coming to the last chicane. Ooh, he went a little wide. A little wide there. Oscar's going to go P1 142.475. So Max is now 0.8 behind. And he's now on a new flying lap. So there's that. Max has the fastest second sector. He is ahead by 0.037, I believe. Max is going to have the fastest second sector. I'm going off of my F1 TV feed at the moment, so I'm a little bit ahead than the chart. Hulkenberg just went to P7 with a 143.8. And Max is going to do 142.447. So he's going to be 0.002 behind Oscar. That's insanely different. That's insane. Sainz is on an outlap right now, so is Hamilton and Perez, so as well as Magazine and Sonoda. So these are the next ones that will be doing flying laps in a moment. Ricardo about to finish a lap. He's about to start a hot lap. So right now we've got a battle dueling between Oscar and Max on track. Oscar just came into the pits. He's probably going to reset for something new. Tech guy, do you think Oscar one day could be a world champion? That's a good question because he's behind Norris right now, and it's one of those. He's definitely talented. He belongs. Just need to check the floor. So Oscar did go off. He remained on track, but his left side of his car went over the curbs into some gravel. So he's coming in the pits basically specifically to take a look at the bottom of his floor. So Stroll just went P5 on a flying lap. Albin and Sargent are coming. Excuse me. They're about to finish flying laps. Albin moves up to ninth, and Sargent moves up to 12th. But they're 1.4 and 1.7. Again, Sargent's only 3/10 behind Albin, which is here where he was last race. The only problem is they're both 1. Like Albin's 1.4 off. Just puts him really far. Russell. Wait, stop. What's going on? I'm looking right now. Track is clear. What's going on? Why is Russell saying stop? That's weird. So that's odd. Odd. Okay, we just had an oddity on the board. Russell is still moving. Perez finishes his flying lap. He moves up to P5. He's a second off of Oscar's and Max's time. Yeah, it's a huge jump after Oscar and Max. It's a 6.6 jump to Sainz, 8/10 for Russell, over a second for Perez and Stroll, Norris. Second and a half to Hamilton, a third for Ricardo, Hulkenberg, a 1.4 for Albin, second and a half to Leclerc, and then 1.7 to Sargent. So it's a big jump in time. It's like Lewis abandoned his flying lap. Magazine has moved up to P5. He's 1.010. So he's like within a tenth, less than a tenth. That's now been replaced by Kirkett, who's gone up to P3. So Magazine is sixth, Perez is seventh. But we're talking about two hundredths difference between Perez and Magnussen at the moment. Hulkenberg goes to P11, 1.371 gap to Oscar's time. We just had Alonso go to P10. He's 1.2 seconds off of the pace right now. We're seeing a lot of everyone's on soft tires right now. Leclerc just jumped up to P3. He's a third of a second off of Max's and Verstappen's time. And both of the top two are in the pits right now. Also in the pits, Albin and Sargent. So team in that case. Sainz has gone into the pits. It look like we're just after I got 29 I've got 28 minutes and a half in my on my feed at the moment. There we go. Jump live again. There we go. I'm getting feed. That's not good. Joe is going, you guys are saying. Ocon is on a flying lap. So is Gasly. So the Alpines are doing something at the moment. Got the red Alpine car on F1 TV at the moment. He's got traffic to deal with, but they're not getting in the way per se. See, we're focusing on Ocon at the moment. He's about to pass his previous teammate of Alonso. Norris is the fastest second sector right now. We'll see, follow the end of that particular lap. So Gasly's going to finish his lap. He's going to jump up to P13. Ocon's going to finish his lap. He's finishing now. He's going to jump up to P6. And then we got Norris charging through. He's going to finish P1 with new time 142.260. So Oscar and Verstappen have 2.15, 2.17 respectively, drop behind Norris. We're going to take a moment right now and let Larry play an ad for you, and we'll be right back.
This live stream is sponsored by PureVPN. If you ever tried to access online content only to be met with a message saying this content is not available in your region, you are not alone. Many people face territorial restrictions that are especially painful when you are traveling, and we, the F1 fans, know that very well. PureVPN has a solution to this issue by quickly changing the location of your device, which allows you to access content that may be restricted in your current region. For example, if you're watching Formula 1 on ORF or Sirbus TV in Austria, but for this race you had to travel to a country where these channels are restricted, PureVPN will quickly allow you to change your device location and enjoy your favorite program or app. All you have to do is log into your PureVPN account and change the location to one of 6,000 VPN servers in more than 65 countries, and you're all set within seconds. By clicking the link in the description below, you will get 80% off and 3 months for free if you sign up today. But that is not all. For all racing statistics fans listening right now, you will get an additional 10% discount by using the coupon RACING10. Follow the F1 action with PureVPN and Racing Statistics.
Welcome back from the ad, everyone. This is Grand Grash with you with the Racing Ticket YouTube channel. You're listening to the original. We're bringing you live action free practice 2 at the Belgium GP. Welcome to Spa, everyone. When we started this session, 40% chance of rain was reported. We haven't had any precipitation yet, but we've still got 24 minutes to go in this session. So who knows what's going on? Sorry, Leafkin. We're playing with ads for the first time during the session, so we will try and do more to tell you that hey, an ad's coming and whatnot. So thank you for the feedback. So Norris is coming to the pits. Max is still out 7 laps on medium tires. Austin's still out 4 laps on a medium tire. Ocon is in P7, still out 3 laps on soft tire. Manuel's P8, 4 laps on a soft tire. Yeah, so no McLaren but yeah, McLaren right now seems to have the best car. Don't get me wrong, Max is He's a skilled driver. Let's get this wrong. It's not the reason wasn't just that the Red Bull was the fastest car. It's also that Max is an extremely good driver as well. I mean, we've been making fun of him in the past like week or so because he's been doing his sim racing, but like dude's crazy with his sim racing. Omega Sure is saying, please host wait. No one's ringing right now. This is still practice. So this is still, it's all practice. And we take all these in it with a grain of salt. But what we know right now, the McLarens are 1-2 right now. Max is third. Max is only 0.002, sorry, 0.002 behind Oscar. Almost a virtual same time. Not saying that because we saw Max and Russell get the same exact time for the pole a few races ago. So I'm looking at right now. We got Pollard shouting out for Max. Tech guy saying Spa of Randy the Chaos. I am Hypex. Hi, welcome. I am Hypex. Hardick Charlotte predictions for the race. The race is going to be fun. With Max having a grid penalty, but being so fast as it is, we're gonna see him pass people during the race, and that's gonna make for it. It's gonna add spice to the race. Potential for rain makes that even more interesting and adds more chaos to the race. Beyond just what is the stop strategy, what's the pit strategy, whatnot. So I tend to like more chaos. That adds, there is a place for good strategy, but there is also a place for chaos in the race itself. We are at 20 minutes to go. Well, actually 19, almost 19 minutes left to go in this session at this point. You are listening to the Racing City YouTube channel. This is Garage. I want to thank the 118,000 who survived to be here through the technical issues. It's not, yeah, guys, you can't be asking someone to crash and burn. That's not cool. It's not allowed in our community. If the legends are true, McLarens have a chance of overtaking Red Bull, meaning they'll overtake them in I believe the constructors are what you're talking about. Yeah, boys, I need more beer. It's too early for beer for me. It's only 10:42 a.m. in the morning. Are they in race sim yet? Maybe. Like Max is doing tens on a medium now. we're seeing longer runs at the moment. Perez has done 8 on the mediums. Sainz has done 7. Russell 6. Look down at the bottom. Tsunoda's done 8 on mediums. Albon and Sargent have done 5 on softs, respectively. So we're getting into longer runs at the moment. Those are out. Hamilton coming out of the pit. See what he comes out on. How is Ferrari going, guys? 4th and 5th. Leclerc is 0.57 off of Norris's time, and Sainz is 0.838 off of Norris's time, which is respectable. We are between P1 through P18 under 2 seconds, and we're within a 1/10 of 2 seconds with P19, P20. So Tsunoda is only 0.2, I think 68. So 0.0, so just a 1/10 over, just under 2.1, P1 through P20. So you guys wanted, the grid to be packed up, bunched together. They are within 2 seconds. Did we ever find out what happened with the water leak? That's what we were told. What kept Ocon's car out of the rest of FP1. He's been out on FP2. He's right now P7. He actually has just come out of the pits, started a new program. Looking right now at the board, no one. Stroll is coming out of the pits. Yeah, we got a lot of cool down laps and out laps at the moment. Hulkenberg, Zhou, Bottas, Stroll's an out lap, Magnussen an out lap. Norris is coming into the pits though. Can't say anything. So the engineer for Lando suggested that he's to box to go high fuel. So if that's the case, then we're going to see Norris be doing some sort of race simulation through the rest of this session. So that 142.26, that's probably the fastest he's going to go this session. Ooh. Ooh. That's Oscar going over. He's almost off the track, but he's gone wide. So we're gonna. That's something to keep an eye on. Is Oscar doing damage to his floor, which is critical for the downforce in these cars. Omega, you're asking who's first. Dude, look at the chart. It's Norris. You've heard me say Norris at the top of the board. Seriously, man. Can I ask you make it? No, he just went off wide and damaged his floor, dude. He's 2.2 off, but he's damaging his floor. We've got 13 minutes to go in this, 13 and a half minutes to go in this session right now. You're listening to the Racing Institute YouTube channel, and this is Grash with your live coverage of action at the moment. We're seeing teams go into race mode now. No one right now, we've got Alonso and Gasly coming out on out laps. Everyone else is on soft tires. F1 TV says they're all on soft tires. The only one in the pit is Norris right now. But we're looking at 10 laps right now for Oscar. We're looking at 12 laps for Verstappen, 7 laps for Leclerc, 10 for Sainz. So we're looking at significant laps being put onto these cars at the moment. Albon kind of getting some improvement in first sector, but not so much in the second sector at this moment. We suspect that Oscar may have he's gone through gravel and gone over the curves pretty harshly. So we suspect that he could have done some damage to his floor, but we don't know specifically. And again, he's still out on track, so again, right now he's done a 149.4. We'll see where his next lap comes in. Soft tires. Vicky, I'm not sure what you're trying to ask. Quality is tomorrow, though. After this is the last session of the day for F1. Yeah, again, Kamala, we suspect that Oscar may have damaged his floor a little bit by going over curbs and gravel in this session. We're gonna see. So right now, Oscar's got a 4.9.4 is his last lap. His next lap is a 149.47. Yeah, so he's done the same lap. Pass. Is Pulaski still a rookie? No, he's not a rookie. This is his second season. He's not a rookie anymore. He's doing well in this season. Growing, how did FP1 go? Well, Max basically was top of the board with a half a second over P2. Alcon was in the pits with a water leak and other issues. Any chance for Beerman coming in Ferrari? No, I don't believe so. That race, Beerman would have to perform for a couple of years in Haas first. I assume the idea would get him after Lewis retires. That would be a way for progression. So has Max won a championship for? Yeah, he's the current world champion, 3-time world champion. No, Max is rookie. Oh no, Norris is the only driver who is in contention with Max. Potentially could take it from Max, but Max still has a huge lead. I have to go back and look at what the exact numbers are, but he's got a significant lead over Lando as it is right now. But like bad luck, couple more 1-2s from the McLaren that could be cut down, as well as the difference between Red Bull and McLaren as it is on the constructors. Ash Dave, you have a radio on the bottom. Okay, you guys need to stop spamming chat. Ugh. You have radio on bottom. How do you follow everyone's radio? Badly. I'm seeing bits and pieces of the radio as it goes by, but that's coming from, I think we're using multi-viewer is what we're using at the moment, and it has the ability to grab the transcript of the driver's radio. And it's basically what channel it's going over. So you're looking at like Fernando Alonso, I believe like right now is like 5.4 laps 5. that sounds like something an engineer is saying to. So Oscar and Max are in the pits. Oscar's now coming out. It's like Max is getting a new set of tires, maybe. Plus, do you think the 7 points lost from Norris letting Passy win? Basically, the difference between P1 and P2 is 7 points. Will be affected on his championship hopes for Norris. For me, Klaus says, I think yes. We will find out if Lando comes within 7 points of Max. We will look back at the previous race. F1 for life. Will Sainz go to Audi? That's a good question. Sainz is trying. See, Adi's not in a good place. That's the big issue. That's the reason why he's not. He hasn't signed with. Again, we by Audi mean this. Currently, it's the stake Sauber team, stake kick Sauber, whatever you want to call them, and they're not in a good place. They haven't scored any points, and they have had issue after issue in that team. Yeah, Seidel's gone. Oh, there's someone else is gone, but Bonotto's in, but I don't know. Yes, I don't want it, Carl. Audi wanted. They wanted him, but other options have come up. The Williams have come up. I know Alpine was in the mix for a little while. So there are other questions in there. Other. See, again, this is why the market the drivers market is crazy at the moment. I mean, talk about silly season. Is that basically there's been other options besides Audi for Carlos to go to. I mean, he's still being talked about as a possibility for the Mercedes seat. Ricardo on radio saying he's got a funny feeling in the car. No one's really improving on their times right now. Again, like Albon's done a little improved in sector 1, but he's not improved in sector 2. He's done 11 laps on a medium tire. So there's a problem with Ricardo's car. It's not said what it is, but the engineer has told over the radio to him that he can see what's the issue. How would Perez lose his seat here? Bad qualification, not scoring the points would probably push. That would probably push Perez out. I don't know how Red Bull could continue justifying using Perez. You get a scenario like Daniel Ricciardo gets. Is it an engine? We're not sure what exactly what is the issue. Um, did they say over there? Yeah, he said it felt like a broken roll bar. They as soon as they brought him in, they said as they were pulling him back into the garage, they could see the issue. So that's something he will probably be out of the rest of the session while that gets fixed. We'll see how the car performs tomorrow. But a good performance by Ricardo, a bad or DNF by Perez could push the issue. Well, the thing is that you've got of the drivers, it would most likely be Ricardo, and Ricardo is actually pretty good in that Red Bull car. He has tested in that car before, so he knows it would be a jump. He would actually perform better than he is now. So that he is the one. He's the most likely person to be put into that car. I don't see Yuki being put into the car. I mean, Yuki right now is P20. He's and he has, and it's well known that they're not interested in putting Yuki in the Red Bull car. So the option would be Ricardo. He's the only option. If that happens, it means if Ricardo gets pushed up to the Red Bull team, um, I don't see them putting Perez in the Racing Bull because they've kind of looked at the Racing Bull team as the sister team as the development, and so they would look to go to Lawson to put into that car instead, and Checo would be pretty much on the side. Um, he'd be out of a seat, and I doubt that he would get another seat for next year. So we're under 2 minutes to go in this session right now. Again, you're listening to the Racing Tickets YouTube channel. Why you like want to put bets? And that's weird that you guys want to bet on this stuff. I don't know. Just me. I don't know. Again, I go into a casino and it's work for me because of what I do professionally. So it's another matter. Got a couple people coming out on outlaps at this moment. The only one who's in the garage still is Ricardo. But then again, we know that there's an issue with his car that needs to be repaired. That will be done overnight, and he'll be back to So one of the questions for FP3 is what does Ricardo's car looks like coming out in FP3? He's right now 14th. I want to thank. We're about to hit that checkered flag. I want to thank those of you who are still with us as we come to the end of this session, and we are buffering again. And the checkered flag is now being waved for this session. I want to thank those who survived the buffering. Just remove the troll from chat. Yeah, like. I want to thank Pure VPN for sponsoring our for this stream today. Again, there's just information in the description if you're interested in a VPN. I want to thank again everyone who's here. I want to thank the 453 likes that we got. And I don't see where we are in terms of subscribers. Still at 128. Getting close to 129. Tell your friends, come like and subscribe. If you haven't subscribed, now's the right time to do it. If you hit the bell, you'll get notifications. Particularly tomorrow, we're going to do FP3. That is going to be an hour earlier than to FP1 that was today, and we will be going live for quali as well. We will go live for the race on Sunday as well. For everyone here for Racing Statistics, I want to thank you guys for, again, coming through with today with the technical issues. We will see you tomorrow, and stay safe. Take care, everyone.
This livestream is sponsored by PureVPN. If you ever try to access online content only to be met with a message saying this content is not available in your region, you are not alone. Many people face territorial restrictions that are especially painful when you are traveling, and we, the F1 fans, know that very well. PureVPN has a solution to this issue by quickly changing the location of your device, which allows you to access content that may be restricted in your current region. For example, if you're watching Formula 1 on ORF or Sirbus TV in Austria, but for this race you had to travel to a country where these channels are restricted, PureVPN will quickly allow you to change your device location and enjoy your favorite program or app. All you have to do is log into your PureVPN account and change the location to one of 6,000 VPN servers in more than 65 countries, and you're all set within seconds. By clicking the link in the description below, you will get 80% off and 3 months for free if you sign up today. But that is not all. For all racing statistics fans listening right now, you will get an additional 10% discount by using the coupon RACING10. Follow the F1 action with PureVPN and Racing Statistics.